Welcome to Samui Island, a paradise getaway for many tourists, where the 5th Queen's Cup Bangkok Airways and the Sport Authority of Thailand Samui Golf Tournament 2013 is held over here, aiming to boost golf tourism industry. Sanctioned by the Asian Tour and Thailand PGA, the 5th Queen's Cup Bangkok Airways Sport Authority of Thailand Samui Golf Tournament 2013 is held in honor of Her Majesty Queen Sirikit during June 13 to 16. The 5th edition of the 9.6 million baht or around 312,000 US$ Queen's Cup is held every year at the Santipuri Samui Country Club. By the 3rd round of the challenge, the game was intensifying. Players kept swapping plays for leading the game and tried scoring their best to beat each other for this year's Queen's Cup. Despite the humid weather and it is right now raining, but inside the Santipuri Golf Club, the game is intensifying with right now behind me Prayat is leading with 9 under pars after 10 holes in the 3rd round competition. We will have to wait and see for the final round who is going to win the Queen's Cup. Bangladesh City Guru remains confident of ending of his 3-year title drought on the Asian Tour after he snatched the 3rd round lead with a 4 under par 67. Prayat Mak Sang of Thailand, on the other hand, despite being on the lead, was left to rue a costly triple bogey 7 on the 14th hole, as that cost him the lead and slipped him to 2nd place on 203. Meanwhile, Arnon Wongwanit of Thailand signed for a 68 to take 3rd place.
I think this year is more tough than the year before or other years because the wind is quite strong and we got 4 days with, I think we get raining every day as well. The green is not so good because you got the rains couple weeks before this. But anyways, it's a good event. So thank you all sponsors to support. Hopefully to come back next year.
I just start 1st round, no good, 2 over, and today I finished 3 over. But I'm happy with my game today. But just the windy today make my shot different than the 3rd round and 2nd round. I hit the shot is same, but the windy is every time change.
However, challenges are not only depending on the wind or the poor weather condition, but it also depends on the golf course.
Yeah, this course, it's just tricky. There's a lot of elevation in the course and it's tricky to get the right club in your hand. It's tricky to read the wind. So it's very easy to make a high number here because of the, I guess, the jungle off the fairway. So you just got to keep the ball in play and just keep chipping it around type thing.
And you got to really figure out the lines off the tee, so it's quite similar to Delhi Golf Club, another course we play earlier in the year.
But for Prayat, who had agonizingly missed out on victory at the Queen's Cup over the past 4 years, this year he was having a high hope for the championship title.
เราเป็นคนตามที่ถือว่าสนุกเพราะว่าถ้าผมเป็นคนที่นำเนี่ยเราไม่ค่อยเล่นกอล์ฟไม่ค่อยดีเท่าไหร่แต่ถ้าเป็นคนตามนี่รู้สึกว่าอะไรมันก็เล่นดีไปหมดก็ถือว่าวันนี้ทำได้ดีแล้วก็โชคดีวันนี้เราได้อีเกิล2อีเกิลก็ถือว่าจบได้หลุม18ได้สวยครับแล้วก็ทำให้คนไทยในสมุยแล้วก็ทั่วประเทศที่เชียร์ประหยัดอยู่แล้วก็คิดมาว่าปีนี้ก็ตั้งใจว่าจะได้แชมป์ก็เป็นความคาดคิดว่าได้แชมป์จริงๆด้วยก็ขอบคุณมากที่วันนี้มีความสุขมากครับ
And we have our winner for this year's tournament. Congratulations to Prayat Mak Sang. This event has come to a successful end with full support from Bangkok Airways, Asia's boutique airline, which has a clear policy to boost golf tourism industry in this resort island. According to Bangkok Airways Vice President and Corporate Communications, the tournament is aimed to draw a larger number of golf enthusiasts and tourists, which consequently stimulates Samui's tourism.
in Samui, when Samui opened, we thought the same thing, that we wanted to promote the golf course here, as so how we can promote to the golfers. So we had a tournament, but at that time it was an Asian tour. It wasn't that big, but then we thought, if we want to do something to be known, we need to go big. So that's why we kind of cooperate with Asian Tour and had the golf tournament Asian Tour. Well, this year is a little special because we're celebrating our 45th anniversary for Bangkok Airways. So we're giving a special gift to the golfers. So we give $1,500 US each day for best score. So they get, this motivation for each day to get a special prize. And so that's the special thing that we have for this year's tournament.
Being successful as Asia's boutique airline, Bangkok Airways is expanding more flight routes to more ASEAN cities, with most definitely to Mandalay this year.
We have daily flights. Actually, we fly maybe four flights or 3 or 4 flights a day, and we're planning to fly to Mandalay this year. So Myanmar is opening up a lot, especially tourism. So we've been flying to Myanmar for a long time, and as now we increase our flights because there are more traffic. Well, ASEAN market is AAC is coming. Everybody is looking forward to that, and for us, Thailand is one of the top of the ASEAN members. For us, if the ASEAN opens up more in terms of trade or airline rights or whatever, I think it's good for everyone. There's more competition, and there's more people have choices to travel. And for us, we consider ourselves like an regional airline who would like to fly within Asia, within the region. That's what our aim. We probably won't do anything beyond Asia.
Since most of its destinations are mainly tourist destinations and resort islands, together with its recent expansion within the Southeast Asia region, Bangkok Airways is no doubt one of the fast-growing and successful boutique airlines.
And the 45th anniversary, it's something we should celebrate. It's a long working period for the company. And what we feel is, for being a boutique, we had our slogan, our concept for nearly, let's say, 7-8 years. And it's been, now everybody talks about boutique airline and they know it's Bangkok Airways. So it's something that is already a brand that people know about us, that we're not low cost.
The company is considered a successful, independent, full-service, short-haul carrier that has been able to grow despite competing in a market dominated by low-cost carriers and large aligned flag carriers. Bangkok Airways' biggest strength is a wide and growing portfolio of partnerships, which gives it access to high-yield passengers.
And that we give the best service to our passengers. It's just how we want to do, to impress our passengers and want them to come back and use us, and give more added value to whatever they spend on us, and lots of promotions. And when they think about traveling or tourism, they think about Bangkok Airways, because we mostly go to the destinations that people don't fly to or are difficult to get to. And we also, with Bangkok Travel Club, we do a lot of package tours for many people.
By having its own several airports that make the airline has more upper hand from other airlines that only fly to big destinations, Bangkok Airways also has an unrivaled network in a strong growth region. Several of its partners are growing rapidly at the Korea's main hub, which one of them is the Suvarnabhumi Airport, and need more regional feed. Its partners need this network, and in many cases can only access growing Southeast Asian tourist destinations via Bangkok Airways.
tourism trend is always good within this area. I mean, they say Asia Pacific is one of the most fastest growing tourism trend. I think that the US, Europe is more stable, and they usually come this way. And the Chinese tourists are quite new, so they come to this region because we have many things to offer. Thailand especially is, you can say, one of the top tourist destinations because we have beautiful beach destinations, culture destinations, and the food and all these, the service, the hotels, everything. It's not as expensive as in Europe or other countries. And I think for Thailand has more to offer. Singapore is different, Malaysia is different, Philippines is, they're all different. But in the Southeast Asia region, it's more cultural. We have more culture to explore, and more exotic destinations to explore. While other ASEAN countries has their own tourist destinations that they also promote. So I think that for the future, the trend would be Asia Pacific.
Finally, we would not have made it here, and the event could not have taken place without our kind supporters, the Sport Authority of Thailand and Bangkok Airways, Asia's boutique airline.